child.
Yeah, I had an idea. Maybe let's watch some TEDx together, like right now. Watch a couple of videos and then discuss them. How it sounds.
Let's try.
Okay, I'll share the screen.
Guys, we have 40 minutes. And I think it's better to be for vacation. Those 40 minutes we can watch without, not on the lesson, but it's the high value we can have in discussion. Maybe it's better to make some rooms and discuss in those rooms, because in 40 minutes I for sure should leave the room.
Oh, yeah, sure. There are not really a lot of people right now, so we can discuss something here. Do you have any topics in mind?
Maybe we can discuss some movies that we can watch, some materials that we can have for be better in business. What do you think, guys?
Materials and books. Yeah, sure, okay. Let's try discussing this. Denis, Anatoly, Sveta, do you like the topic or Denis?
Let's.
Thumbs up from Anatoly. And he turned off the camera.
I'm sorry, guys. Could you repeat the topic? I'm ready to discuss anything, but I need to know what we are discussing.
Yeah, I agree with Igor. That good topic about materials whose we use. Also, interesting for me to understand how works now. How you work now remotely with your channel, with people who's go to your proposition to visit webinars or seminar, because for me that is new, something new, how you can continue work remotely and to speak with your clients and after that take money from these clients. You have same traffic now, or this traffic change? Because now I see many companies, big companies, to create own channels, to open many free channels and educational programs, and people can do it for free, not for paying money, and that change market, change situation for small businesses, for people who sell themselves as professional. For example, if I want to sell my experience, I would sell only myself, and that's interesting for me to know, to understand now how it works for another people. Igor, I know that you have practice now.
Sorry, could you repeat, please?
Oh, Bog. Oh my God.
No, I couldn't.
Okay, I try to repeat briefly that I know that you have practice in your channel to sell agile, and how you feel now? People try to spend time more with you and pay your money, or they go to another channels, to big companies, to free channels, educational free, who's give their channels for free, and people can now use this channels not paying money. How you works in your company.
Yeah, I got your point. Yeah, first of all, you know, in this sphere, there is indeed a competition because I'm trying not to be focused only on my local market, but to be focused also on some Ukrainian, maybe Russia as well. So for me, it's kind like I'm like a little fish in a big ocean. So I'm trying to make things that, and by the way, there are also a lot of other channels. So what I'm trying to do is to accumulate the best things from different channels and also from different sources. Previously, I shared a lot of English events that are for free, but at the moment I see that because of in my channel not so many people from international countries like England, Germany, etc. So that's why I should be focused only on Russian. What I'm trying to do now in LinkedIn, I'm trying to focus on international people as well, because in my networking there are more people from different spheres, from different countries. So I'm trying to differentiate for because you know Telegram is mostly for Russian speaking persons. So I'm trying to be focused on in Telegram on Russian speakers, and in LinkedIn I'm trying to be focused on international people as well. So like differentiate those two groups. Yep. And yeah, it's not so easy to sell people because they have a lot of free material, or they have materials with a good discount. So at the moment you compete not only with other people from, let's say, but you now compete from the entire world. You compete with Udemy, you compete with Coursera, you compete with Google, with LinkedIn. So at the moment you like you become even smaller fish than you was previously. So for like overcoming these impediments, you should add some additional values. So what I'm trying to do at the moment, I'm trying to give more for the same money, more value. That is my strategy.
Thank you. Very interesting, because now I feel that I can to see so many materials who's now for free, but I haven't time for this.
Yeah, too much stuff.
Yeah, and now, by the way, guys, it's time when like your time is going faster than it was previously, because you have like a lot of changes around the world. So if you are not ready to adapt, it might be a big troubles with you. Because, for example, if you are project managers and you should and you didn't work previously remotely, then you should work as much as you can in order to change the situation, and also changing the role of leader as well. So now you're not just like a project manager, work with your team, trying to like say what they should do. Now you should like work with your with your team, like on the same like on the same stage. You should be with your team, you should be a coach for your team, you should be facilitator for your team, you should be a good example for your team members, you should be that person who like make extra value. Yeah, because now in comparison to offline work, you should like um, let's say invest more time in communication, because previously you can like be in the office, and they can see you, but now your team cannot see you. So now you should be like using chats, writing, but not writing in. You should work more individually with your team members. That is my message.
I should tell you that you need to hurry up, not only just here in our natural time for now, but even in medieval age, you should hurry in your ideas, in everything, because that's money, and in every time people try to earn it, and had many ideas, so that was every time has their possibilities and problems and ideas. That's all.
For me, for my understanding now, I have old clients, old friends who know me, and now we can communicate with these people, and it's easy for take money from old clients because they know you, and we have some contracts, maybe not contracts, that usual topics in whose we work, and they pay for this money. But about new clients, that very strange situation, because I cannot understand how this work now. I don't see additional money from new clients, and I trying to understand how to create a more valuable product, or to give people, for clients, something whose they want to buy, and who's dreaming about this all time. I don't understand how this work now, because real situation changed, and I see, yeah, big companies have better products than, for example, than me, than my company, and that is too hard for me for understand and for adapting business for client format.
You know, I suppose it's not an answer, but in the future, I hope I will my own company, and when I'm going to go to meet with the client and to make contracts, and every time I will take with me one of my employee, and it should be she, and she should be very beautiful. That's not my idea. That's this practice really really old, but it works. It's old, but it works. She will try to say something smart, and to take a part in this meeting. So, and she will be beautiful, and the client will be glad to pay money and suppose that she will see that he is cool and rich.
Denise, now this way works in many IT companies. And we have so a lot projects managers who's this woman and who's speak good and smiling, and clients so happy. And after that, engineers do another work. Okay, we have clients as usual from exhibitions, but what I see now about big companies, we know now more owners, owners of these companies, and we see now, for example, Big Money, a channel when Cherniak to meet for conference another big persons, fashion persons, and they communicate together about business, about different ways, and they create something better. And what I see now that they together create one big idea, one big channel. Not one person. He create a channel, but this channel growing because we saw many different big businesses. We can saw owners who's now work in this situation and who's take for us ideas how the business can grow, how they work now, and for which situation in business, and maybe that is two solution if we have own one channel and to create different people value from different people value. Maybe that is way for future. No, объединяться.
Make a union.
Yeah.
No, that's not make a union. That's not back in USSR. That's collaboration, I think.
Oh,
The better
collaboration.
word.
Yeah.
I'm just a caterpillar. I'm sorry.
Just a a caterpillar with a beard, yeah.
Yeah, I see same situation. But in Yegora, he now works together with another company, and they together create product. And as I understand, that good practice. If you work in one sphere, you can find another people who's working this sphere too, and together to give for people best product, best ideas.
Yeah, that's true.
Sergey, how you use your channels? And as I understand, you work in company, and that is your idea to create a breakfast channel.
Yeah, how we gain people. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like one advertisement for 500 hryvnia, and that's it. And now we are figuring out how to monetize this to begin running the advertisements more. So advertisements, that's it. An easy answer.
By the way, interesting. When you create a group, you should do this something not like a party when you can speak. I tried to make something like big channels, but I couldn't see any instruments. And that's it. So it's in Telegram. It's not so easy. Maybe you know.
And some tools to do what?
To make a channel, not like a big group.
There is a channel. There is like a channel in Telegram. It's the same. You just create a channel, and the difference between the channel and the group is that in the group nobody can write. But
make bots. I'm sorry.
oh, make bots. I can. There is Pipe Bot, a nice tool. I began making a bot for our product for our breakfast.
Mm-hmm. And
Pipe Bot.
fast buttons, for example.
Buttons.
Hot buttons. You know. So it's. There are many instruments how to manage a channel, but I couldn't find that. Yeah, of course, I spent not so many time, sure, but really I saw that maybe it's not enough to download Telegram. Maybe some another programs what contains this instrument. I don't know.
Igor, any questions, any ideas? You began hosting the topic.
Maybe we can discuss a bit what's going on to be with marketing, because I guess marketing strategy is also going to be changed. And I also heard some ideas of business people from business that now sales process is going to be changed. So now you should not try to sell your client, but you should be kind of a person who is a expertise for a client, and you helping him to make a decision.
Expert.
What do you think about these guys?
About like a business consultant?
No, that's the concept of selling. You can sell or you can consult. Like there's different ways of selling. So this way, when you just consult, when you just speak with the client, when you build trust with him, it takes more time basically. So there are like two ways of selling. Igor, did I understand correctly?
Yes, indeed. So now you're not, when it was time when it was like kind of active selling, when you're trying to convince, and that's it. But now the times are changing. There are a lot of products, and you should be just this person who is taking care of his or her client, and helping him or her to make the best decision. And if you're selling your product, you should say why it is the best one. You should show comparison. You should ask what is the needs of your client, and then propose it kind of like a solution.
Yeah, because when, for example, I think about what tool to use for management, I needed to find some information about one tool, another, and so on, and compare what it would be better for our business actually. And of course, it's cool when some some from the company could help you to choose, could describe the value of their product, because in most cases it's like some not so a lot of information, and not so a lot of feedback from clients that could help you to like choose the best product for your team. Because in most cases they have some similar functionality, but there could be some difference that could be crucial for you.
Igor, maybe you have some example, because I think that I don't understand you. What you mean?
By what? What maybe you can like ask me what concrete, what specific you didn't catch?
About your value, how you trying to do this?
Well, let's suppose you are on an interview, yeah, and there are like thousands of candidates on management position, for example. Yeah. And in order to sell yourself, you should understand what is your value, what you are better, why they should take you, not other candidate. And the same story about sales process. And for example, when you're on interview, they can give you some kind of case studies, yeah, like business case, like try to solve. And the same story, you work with your client, you are solving his or her business case, and you propose the best solution. Sorry?
Consulting without contract for future.
Well, I'm not talking about consulting. Consulting is just one of the. I'm talking about in general. So, for example, you like virtual. Let's say you have like virtual meeting with your client. It's not matter is it consulting. It can be any other product. You just trying to not convince your client, but to show him or her the value. And you are doing like helping him make decision, even if your product is not the best one, then you should suggest your client to take another product. But this client will come back to you because you was his or her consultant. You like building the best thing you should understand about selling. It's not about selling, it's about relation, building trust relation. When you have trust relation, he or she will come to you and ask another problem, and you can help. And solving all these problems, you become an expert and like personal consultant. And when you're personal consultant for a person, you can like sell, but sell things that is really can help this person.
Okay, maybe.
I hope you got.
Yeah,
you got my message.
Yeah, I take your message, and you have a practice from this?
Which kind of practice?
To speak with client, to
Sure,
him.
I'm doing selling.
Okay, good.
So I'm only talking about from my experience. I'm not trying to talk about like what I read in a book previous week or etc. I'm just trying to talk about my experience.
Yeah, but actually, if we're talking about job interview, yeah, I met some people who cared about some reading books, some special books are like to have some courses and so on, and it could be the more
Maybe I don't know what to say because in practice, when we consult for free, we don't have this client. If that was new clients, they not stay with us. They continue to find best solution and walking to another companies. And this way don't work for me, in my experience.
Yeah, maybe, and do you know, did they help with that period, some in other companies, they already collaborate and provide the same skills that you propose? Because it's very important. Maybe because of their relations they have already built, they don't want to change anything. Because it's like the thing that Igor explained, that when you have relations and some communication, you are not ready to change something because you have already had the communication. There are people supporting and so on, and their product maybe is not so good, but you have an answers every time, like feedback from other side. So maybe that was like their project, the problem of to finding new customers for your company or for you in particular. So you need to find maybe some very important things to make them effort to change their provider, because actually in our life they are so maybe, of course, there are a lot of people who are ready for changes, but I suppose it's like 50% maybe, because there are a lot of people who have some problems, but they don't want to change because it's easier. I suppose no one understands me.
No, I understand you, and it's really not easy to do nothing every time. It's difficult. It need to have a preparation, have some food in your room. So not to change everything. It could be a real practice of master.
Yeah, and actually maybe you needn't to find the clients and one of your competitors, maybe to find some new auditor who would be interested in the services or products you provided. Actually, some people who don't know about that market and who don't use, of course, everyone wants to have like huge clients, but it's not so easy to make some communication with them to create something. For example, if you want, but you could start maybe with some partnership with big companies. They could help you to find some clients for your future growth.
A minute of business silence.
Yeah, it sounds for a minute for our small business. What can't work now? Yeah. And by the way, but not a business of our several public servants like Tishenka. When a restaurant, Tishenka's restaurant is working for now. Interesting. It's like I wrote one post on my Facebook. that we know from our price list for chairs in our government year now that place to sell to show a price for business and how much does it cost to work in current time. You know, so that's it.
Just a cat.
Oh, cat. How are you?
Show us your
Cat.
cat.
Igor, I know another word for the cat.
Black cat.
Huh? No, there are like different words that cat
Yeah,
means, and there is
we-
the word that is controversial.
yeah, we understood each other without even
Without
watching
explanation.
each other. Yeah. Show
Okay,
us your
it's yeah.
cat.
Sorry, it's 5 minutes till Igor must go. Maybe let's make a
Yeah,
selfie together.
Yeah,
And
guys, let's
Alex
do it.
didn't speak. Joined and
Could
didn't
you
speak.
take Dennis? Could you take your pussycat and show?
You did it. Alex, are you here?
Yep. Hello, everyone.
Alex,
We're making a selfie, Alex.
Oh my. But it's not.
Okay, we will make a selfie like this. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Yes, nice. And I need to. Yes.
By the way, maybe a short topic, guys. How you like? What are you doing with your extra money? For example, you made a profit, yeah, and it's like some extra money. How are you distributing those money?
oh, actually, we could discuss it next time because I suppose it could be a very big conversation how to like invest and how to move with your money. What do you think? Or it's like about 2 minutes.
Yeah, cool. Let's talk about this
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Maybe Sergey can even put this topic like others maybe will be also interested to talk about finances. But like
Yeah, okay.
person.
I'll put this topic so maybe somebody will join
Yeah.
to talk about this. Cool. Okay, then see you tomorrow, guys.
Yeah, guys. Bye bye.
Yeah, bye.
Thank you.
Bye.